Next up, we have John May from District 35, State Representative Candidate. Okay.
Good evening. Thank you, Tanya. Good evening, everybody. It's been interesting listening to everybody this evening. My name's John May. I'm running for state rep here in District 35. A little bit about me. I'm originally from South Florida, Miami to be exact. I've been living in Clinton since 2010 and been in Connecticut since about 2005. Most of my career was in education, and more recently I am a green financial advisor. I'm in the financial services industry as well, and perhaps the only green that I know of that within that sphere. A little bit about me, why I'm running. I am like yourselves. I see the problems of partisan gridlock, which is really affecting the state of Connecticut. Our quality of life, according to U.S. News and World Report, as ranked number 21st out of the 50 states. And you look at other states that seem to be able to move forward in areas such as healthcare, pricing, and attracting people to their communities and keeping employers. And we've been doing a very lousy job. There's no way around that. So when I look at my community in particular, I see areas in which I could help and areas that the Democrat and Republicans have not yet fully taken advantage of. For example, one of the things that I'm feel very strongly about is something I believe in called what I deem the classroom to workforce pipeline, a way to combat the classroom to debt pipeline, which is currently gripping students, young people across the United States. There's been a move these past decades away from education to get kids into careers that did not require university education. So you're seeing a lot of people that are getting chained into debt early and essentially presented with not that many options going forward, aside from perhaps facing $60,000 plus in debt and not having a job. So what I'm doing is working strongly with local leaders in manufacturing, in trying to get students here the ability to earn but later apprentice for careers that perhaps would not require them to go off to universities, and they can stay in the communities where they are. And that legislation actually exists in the state of Connecticut, but there's only a handful of districts even taking advantage of it. So that is one thing that I'm certainly very passionate about. I want to make sure that our students, that our kids stay in our communities, and that we attract working people here as well. I also think that COVID, and this is something that is not talked about enough, is the effect COVID is presently having, is going to continue to have for the foreseeable future on our communities and on the economics of our people, especially our most vulnerable citizens. And I look at it and I feel as if certainly tax relief in this time is essential. Whatever programs that are, if they could be expanded to encompass more people, have to be explored. This is an area that is a ticking time bomb, I believe, on the doorsteps of communities all over the United States. And I think that it's only a matter of time before, if nothing's done, let's face it, that $1,200, how long did it actually last? So people need relief, whether it be from energy, from rent, from mortgage, from property taxes, whatever it is. There has to be something that is seriously addressed soon. Which leads me to my third main point as to why I'm running. And that we talked about Eversource earlier. And I believe it was Cass that brought up the community choice aggregate. And that's certainly something that I think would work wonderfully in many communities. Norwich is one of them. And the people that I've spoken to that are presently that have lived in communities where it's serviced that way, you talk about price, you talk about service, and you think to yourself, well, why shouldn't that be everywhere? Instead, we're beholden to a publicly traded company, which by nature is what? It's not indebted to us, it's indebted to its shareholders. So Eversource is there to make money and to basically enrich the bottom line. It has to show a profit. So by nature of it being a publicly traded company means it should not be allowed working within the realms of public interest. So that's an area as well that I think would provide some serious help for our citizens here. And those are really the three main issues as to why I'm running. And certainly I noticed that it's been a long evening right now. I don't want to take up too much more time. So if any questions, I'd certainly address them. And I thank you.